Hello everyone, I'm back with another what I eat in a day, and today, or every day, I start my morning off with my black iced coffee and I just throw in a little bit of stevia. For breakfast, I cook a handful of spinach and I've been throwing in these deli slices. This isn't wild mushroom, but I also really like the roasted tomato one. And for my eggs, I'm using 1 full egg and 3/4 of a cup of egg whites. Then I go in and add 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, some fat-free cheese, some pepper, and some pink Himalayan salt. And I've been eating half of a hashed avocado with my breakfast every day. For my smoothie today, I actually made it for 2 people, so I'm gonna give you the directions for just 1 serving. So it's half of a banana, a handful of spinach, about half a cup of fat-free Greek yogurt, some chia seeds, a handful of mixed berries, and about 8 ounces of orange juice. And I also add in a little bit of turmeric and a tiny little bit of stevia. And it looks a little weird because of the spinach, but I promise that the orange juice and the fruits cancel out the taste. So that is everything for my breakfast, and these are the macros. I'll be giving you the macros to every meal that I ate today. When I get home from the gym, I drink a protein shake, and the one that I've been drinking is the Vega protein and greens in coconut almond, and I really like it. For lunch today, I am making a veggie burger. So these are all of the ingredients that you're going to need. Of course, the condiments are optional and the pickles are optional. Pretty much everything is optional. This is just what I use. So first I put some water to boil, and I only do about 2 or 3 inches of water. I didn't see how many ounces it was, but just so that it goes above the egg, because we're going to poach an egg. So the way that I like to poach my eggs is to crack one and put it in a small bowl. I'm also gonna chop my red onion and put my frozen veggie burger on the skillet. So I did this wrong. I think it's better to mix your vinegar in before the water starts boiling. I didn't do it right here, so it kind of got messed up, but it's okay. Once my veggie burger is pretty cooked, I go in and I melt my cheese on it, and of course you can use vegan cheese or no cheese if you don't like cheese on your burger. And then I put my sandwich thins to toast and I start setting up my burger. So I just add my lettuce and my red onion, and I add my egg with some Himalayan pink salt and some pepper. And then for condiments, I just use mustard because that's my favorite, some yellow mustard, and I put a pickle on the side. And of course, you guys add whatever it is that you want to add. Personally, I really love pickles, so I always add a pickle on the side. And that is pretty much everything for my lunch today. Another really good option is the Beyond Meat burger patty. I haven't been able to get my hands on it, but that's a really good source of protein if you don't want to use this veggie patty. For dinner, I know that this looks a little bit overwhelming, but I promise that it is super simple to make. I got this recipe from yummymummykitchen.com. I absolutely love her blog and all of her recipes, so I'll link this recipe in the description down below. This is a pressure cooker recipe, so you will need a pressure cooker. You don't need this specific one. Any one that you have is fine. So these are all of the ingredients that you're gonna need. Just feel free to pause this and write the ingredients down, or you can just get the list from the recipe and all of the directions and everything. She's really thorough. So you want to make sure that your lentils are rinsed before cooking them. So now I'm going to saute all of my veggies in my pan because my pressure cooker doesn't have a saute option, but obviously if yours has that option, then you can just use it. So I just throw a little bit of olive oil in the pan and I start cooking my onions first, and I just wait for them to soften and brown a bit. Then I add the minced garlic and I start adding in all of the other vegetables. I add the celery, the carrots, and the potatoes. And you don't have to do this, but I added a tiny bit more of the olive oil just so that everything's easier to mix and move around. So once everything looks like this, you just go ahead and add it into the pressure cooker. And I actually forgot to add in the ground thyme while I was sauteing everything. So I went in and added it now, and then I mixed everything. And now we're gonna start adding all of the other ingredients while everything's in the pot. So I added the can of diced tomatoes and the container of vegetable broth, which equals to 6 cups of vegetable broth, my rinsed lentils, and I just go ahead and mix everything. And I add some pink Himalayan salt, quite a bit of it because this is a lot of food. And I add in some pepper and 2 bay leaves, and then I go ahead and mix everything again, and I just place the top on my pressure cooker and I make sure that it is set to seal, and I put the manual cook for 6 minutes and I let the pressure cooker depressurize by itself. So then I open it up and it should look like this. And if you want it to be like a soup consistency, then you can just stop here. But personally, I like it to be a little thicker. So I end up putting a couple more minutes. But before I do that, I add in a couple of handfuls of spinach and I just mix it in so that it wilts. So then I put 4 more minutes and I let it depressurize by itself. And I get a consistency that is a little bit thicker, which I just prefer. And of course, these are the macros for just 1 serving, but this recipe yields like 4 to 6 servings. So I usually just like to eat this in a bowl by itself with an avocado on the side. For a late night snack this day, I ate some bark thins. These are my favorite chocolates. I have one of these bags in my house at all times, but I think this one is my favorite flavor. This is the one that has pretzel and sea salt. So yeah, that is everything for my what I eat in a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.